Okay, so I kind of messed up. You see, I spent a very long time, 3 days to be exact, trying to record an episode, but half of the audio files didn't record, and I didn't really feel like digging through them to try and see if I could recover them. So I decided to do a fresh start, and I'm going to show you guys what I was working on in the last episode, but it doesn't really matter because we're not going to be working on that today. So, last episode I spent, like I said, 3 days. Technically, it was only 2 days, but it took 3 days because I didn't play for one of the days. So I'm going to say 3 days for clickbait matters. But, yeah, I spent quite a bit of time working on last episode. In last episode, I tried to build a gold farm, and then what ended up happening was halfway through, some of my armor broke, so I had to spend a bunch of time finding netherite. And so, it was just a big old mess. But, yeah, this is the gold farm I was working on. I have done lots of spawn proofing, lots of this stuff. It's going to get done, but not in this episode. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way before this episode actually starts properly. So, first things first, of course, I gotta explain to you guys what I'm going to be doing for the livable area. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about the forest, I just haven't been able to work on it much. So, right up there, I'm gonna pop a Rubik's Cube right up there, and it's gonna look so cool. And, the plan is to have green facing the bottom, so that we can have like a massive like green crystal going into the ground, and white facing upwards, and then like red, yellow, orange, and blue, or whatever. And then for these slabs, we're going to do blackstone slabs, and then instead of the wood here, we're going to do that color of concrete, whichever way it's facing, and it should look pretty cool. And as a nice contrast, I don't want orange to be facing this way. I think we have orange facing out that way. But that's the idea. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start replacing the slabs with oh, that's obsidian. With blackstone. We're going to use blackstone, like I said. We're going to make a bunch of stacks of slabs here. I also have tons upon tons of cobblestone slabs as well. That's a bunch of potatoes. But the other thing I just thought of was, instead of getting concrete, because that takes forever and is a pain in the backside, what if we just got like a bunch of wool? Because we already have a bunch of wool, right? So I think wool would be the easiest way to do this. But I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go for wool. But as of right now, it's undecided. I will get back to you guys when I have this part finished. And doing jump cuts like this helps in pre-editing. Helps post-editing because it's just a lot simpler. Okay, now that I have replaced all of these smooth stone slabs with the black stone slabs, now what we're going to do is, I'm not entirely sure if I want to build the frame of the Rubik's Cube first or fill in these colors. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to work on gathering all the colors while I build the frame. I think that seems to be what is going to be most productive in this situation. And I think I'm just going to end up using wool rather than concrete, because concrete is honestly just a pain to get. So I do definitely have enough orange wool, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for probably red now, and just like dye all those sheep red. And while I do that, or while I wait for their wool to grow back, because like we definitely have enough orange wool. While I wait for all of their wool to grow back, I'm going to be collecting enough dye for all of these guys to become red. And then when I don't need red anymore, then I'm just going to grab enough so that all of them can be blue, and then yellow, and then green, and white, and so on. Okay, so it's been a few days now, and I'm starting to realize that collecting this wool is going to be very difficult. I collected enough wool to do that, to do this step here, and one thing that I'm going to tell you right now is that when I'm building the Rubik's Cube, I'm not going to be doing it like, right, because on a normal Rubik's Cube, red, orange, and white, orange, and green are all connected. But in this one, they're going to be a bit more spread out. So it's not going to be exactly like color specific. Like, I'm going to be using the same colors, but they're not going to be in the same spots on a normal Rubik's Cube. They're kind of be all over the place. But I did some calculations, and we're going to need 5 stacks and 41 pieces of wool per staircase. And just shearing these guys by hand is not going to... It's going to take a very long time if I do it just shearing these guys. So I think it's time that we make some auto sheep shearers, and we get like 3 sheep per color that we're going to need, and just have that tick away in the background. So I'm not exactly sure where I should build it, but I think if we flatten this area out here, I'll get rid of this, and then we can build it right here, and everything will be good to go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this monstrosity of a wool farm is complete here, as you can see behind me. It's very complex, as you can see with all these fences and slabs. And down here is where we go to collect our wool. So now all I need to do is load this thing up with sheep to truly show you guys how it works. But I can do my best at explaining it for you right now. These little pockets here, the sheep are going to go into. And these fences are here so that the grass can spread, but the sheep can't move. These slabs are here so that the sheep can't get out. And we can get up here if we would like to re-dye them. It's quite simple, but basically once the observer notices that this grass block down there has been turned into a grass block by the sheep, it will which will grow the wool of the sheep. It will then send a signal to this dispenser telling it to shear the sheep, basically. And then there's hoppers with mine carts that go into a hopper, that go into a chest. As you can see, we already have got a piece of dirt that's from earlier. And now all we gotta do is load this bad boy up with sheep, and then the wool farm should be complete, and we should get a much faster, well, it'll be a lot more efficient, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Our Rubik's Cube is going to be coming along very nicely as soon as this is as soon as it's complete. But actually, the first thing I gotta do, or actually, I think the last thing I'm gonna do is load it up with shears. I'm gonna use this shulker box for shears. But yeah, basically, we are going to break this. Okay, so I found a problem in the system. And it's exactly that right there. The wool didn't get picked up by the hopper. I know exactly how to fix it. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And it's going to decrease our efficiency as well. So that's the one problem. But I think we should be able to fix it very easily. Now we got the birch brick, and in all its glory and all of its pain and suffering it has caused for me. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. It took me a very long time to do, and quick little thing is that that video was only half of the video that I was trying to record. The other half I was going to finish building the base that's all the way over there, but that never ended up happening. And this is about a month and a half later from the last clip you saw. There's been a lot going on recently. I've gone on like 2 camping trips. I went to the mountains, got lost batteries apparently. We're just gonna leave it like that for now. I got braces. A whole bunch of stuff happened. Like I said, I've been pretty busy, so that's why it's been such a long time since the last video. But hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Oh frick! I need more batteries. I'm just gonna temporarily plug in my controller to end this recording. Frick! It's okay. We're good.